Hey there, looking at Bitcoin in a very unemotional state after this big dump. We have an M here, right? What I wanted to point out though is on the weekly, we fell short of the trajectory of the entire bull market. So there is some hope. The target to watch out for is 39,066. If we go below 39,066, then we're in trouble as far as a bounce back up into a bull run. If we come back down a little bit lower than where we're at right now, come back down to that point, bounce off of that and come back up, all we've done is come down to the support line of this ascending triangle, and that ascending triangle has a breakout of around about August next year, which is really interesting because that's around about when the bear market is supposedly well and truly into its thing, right? So this is very, very, very interesting. We could be breaking with tradition. Teresa and I mentioned that on our live stream on Wednesday. Have a look at this. These are the monthly returns. 2013, we did get a negative October, but we got a rocking November. In 2017, we got the negative was in September. We got a great October and a great November. 2021, we got a negative November, and usually November is the best month in a bull run for Bitcoin, and we went negative. That was the alarm. Like on the 1st of December, when we revealed that, that was the alarm that we could be breaking with patterns. Now, are we going to go lower? We absolutely could go lower. The other thing is, remember, we were warning about this 2 weeks ago. The new moon always sees a dump. And we started seeing the dump just as we came into the new moon. And at the time the new moon just actually comes into being, we got this massive dump. So we all knew this was coming. If you are following our channel and you're following our Discord, but we might not have connected with it, right? So this is where mindset can really play tricks on you. You go, no, we're not going to go lower. It's not going to happen because you don't want it to happen. And then that happens, and a tremendous amount of people got liquidated, including Crypto and Carl from the moon. So where are we now? Well, we do have a bullish divergence here. This dump confirmed the divergence, which means at some stage we're going to turn around and go up. But how far up are we going to go is the question, because the market is going to be feeling very nervous, and they're not going to know what the heck is going on and thinking, oh, wow, we're in a bear market. Now, we had said months ago on our channel that the Vedic astrology predicts that there is going to be some black swan event or something that happens November going into December 4th, which is when this happened, that was going to make everybody feel like we were now in a bear market, and it was going to create panic. But then we bounce back up and we go into the bull run. So now we're waiting to see if that actually plays out. But what Vedic astrology was able to tell us is that this was coming, and it picked the date, and the date was the 4th of December, because this was, number one, it was a new moon, but more importantly, Neptune coming out of retrograde, which is a time that often that there are wake-up calls for humanity coming in, and we may even see repercussions of that. And I know that people have been talking about a black swan event on the 13th of December and also on the 28th of December as well. And this is a perilous time because the stock market is, had the dump on the whole Omicron or whatever it's called, that new variant that we've got, which, it's huge media hype outside of South Africa. So we'll see how that plays out. But there's going to be a lot of nervousness. It means we could fall lower. and certainly consolidate while people are panicking. But obviously the RSI is really low here. That there is at some point it's going to turn around and come back up again. And then the question is going to be, how far up is it going to come? And we are following this weekly, which is we are creating a symmetrical triangle. So are we going to take 4 weeks to come back up to 62,000 and then keep going up, or will we come back down again and just play this symmetrical triangle out all the way to August through October next year, which is very, very interesting because even with us, we've on our channel, we've been saying that the top of the market, top price for Bitcoin, according to astrology, is around about March, maybe going into April. So we're in very, very interesting times. Now, for those of you who were following Crypto, and was it on the daily? Yeah. And we actually mentioned this on Wednesday as well. There is this pattern playing out of we get a dump down to this level here, and then turn around and come back with a big pump. Well, we've just done that. We've come back down, not quite touched this trajectory, and then we are going to see if we're going to come back up again and get this big pump that we got last time. That is the possibility. What would you be doing with your trades right now? For me personally, I would be sitting it out unless you're a ninja and you've got your cheeky buy orders in, because we had a cheeky buy order in at 42, I think it was about 42,700 or something, and we dipped below that. But now we're in profit on that trade, and it's time to take profits just in case we come back down lower again. And we've got another buy order in, I think, at around about 29,000. So that is that. We just wait and see. Now, the other significant thing is that this was a break to the downside from a downward trending wedge. So I think that we were due for for a dump at least down to the bottom of the wedge. But from here to there, for me personally, that feels like massive price manipulation. So, nothing we can do about that. We can just adjust and wait and wait and see how it looks. Now, we don't have volume over the weekend, so it's going to be interesting to see how the American retail market reacts to this today. And it could be panic selling and come back down here, or it could be massive buy up and say, yay, bargain time, let's get in and come up, just depending on how confident the bulls are that this was just a temporary dump and not a signal that we're heading into a bear market. So we just sit on the sidelines and watch, and then look for strong entry point once we have a confirmation of the direction that we are going in. So I will do Teresa and I are both in an event today, so I will do a longer video sometime in the next 24 hours if I can, and just have a look at the bigger picture, especially after we've had another day's trading, to see where we're at. And this is more important than ever, is your exit strategy based on time and based on we look at moon phases and also prices. Because if you'd had that plan, you probably would have liquidated a lot of your crypto up here, or at least here, so that you could buy back in on the dip. And if you didn't have that plan in place, then you might possibly be sitting on a dramatic loss in your portfolio, possibly even in the negative, depending on what price that you bought in your coins. So on that note, if you haven't purchased our masterclass series, which is a replay of the Conscious Crypto event, which has several strategy planning sessions in there for you to put that strategy in place now, I think it's almost an emergency that you need to get that in place. Plus, there's 21 hours worth of video training from Crypto, Da Vinci J15, Jeroen von Lange from the Blockchain Today, the Bitcoin family. We've got a whole lot of stuff on tax and mindset as well. But Teresa and I take you through 2 strategy planning sessions, which I think are really important. And those 2 sessions are worth the price of the Conscious Crypto Event Masterclass Series replays in and of themselves. So tremendous value for a really small investment. And as we say, the money you don't invest in your education is the money you lose in the market. And if you're not investing in your education, and you're not currently, spending money each month on a mastermind, looking at advanced courses to get your training in place, chances are you probably lost money during this because you didn't see it coming, or you didn't know what to do to lock down your trades. And you need to know that, because we don't want you losing money. The whole point of Teresa and I starting this channel was to try and move that dial on the number of people losing money in the crypto markets. We want you making life-changing wealth, not losing it. So go get that. Go get that masterclass series. It's over at the Conscious Crypto Event.com, theconsciouscryptoevent.com, and grab that and go through all of that training. And also, if you did lose money on this dump, recover fast. Like, look at this. We got a really strong rejection here. So we did recover fast from the massive dip. We're trading up at 46,700. So you need to recover fast, just like Bitcoin. Otherwise, you won't have a sound enough mind to make the decisions that need to be made to make it back just as fast, if that's possible. So the other video that we've got for you is one that I've made to help you overcome the emotions of loss and get your mindset ready for making that money back. So we will post that at the end card video here, up at the top there on the right. So you have a look out for that and watch that and go through that healing. Watch it as many times as you can to calm your nerves. And that should help you. So I will try and get back to you as quickly as possible after our event today to give you an update on what's going on in the market.